Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet. We're back here for a first look video, and this is a special one because we're coming back to the Tennis Manager game series. Tennis Manager 25 has just been released yesterday, and yeah, I am looking forward to having a good look at this with you. Now, in all fairness, and a massive thanks to the developers Rebound CG, they provided early access to this game for me, so really happy about that. And they've also provided a couple of Steam keys, so we're going to be doing a giveaway in this episode. Just one of those Steam keys will be given away in this episode, and then another one in a later video. So right then folks, let's dive into Tennis Manager 25. This is the 5th installment of the Tennis Manager game series. They've all got a little bit better as they've gone along. Well, that's what should have happened until Tennis Manager 24, which I think wasn't quite as good as 23. I really like that game. There was there were issues with 24 around how training linked up with infrastructure. It just didn't work so well, so we'll see whether that is something that is also happening here. So let's dive in. Let's make a new career. Okay, so I will be doing my typical video showing how to put the real name fix in. It probably is available now. I haven't looked at it, but we're just going to dive in. We're going to take tutorial off, and we'll go into the game. So we have an option for different types of difficulty. We're going with average for now, but we'll probably do something different for the Let's Play that we're going to do later on. Right, I'm going to make my persona. Right, there we go. We are Roddy Munter, a veteran man. We can actually import our own picture here, which is pretty good. I think we put Sam Allardyce in this previously. So on to the next screen. So then we can set up how we want him. So we can set experience and the style of play. As we change this, it changes the attributes, or you can do this yourself. So this is all very good. You can make it as... You can make it as exactly as you want, and you can also start out as national captain for the Davis Cup side, which is a nice thing. I think they had that option last year though. So we all again have the option to manage an existing academy. We're going to create an academy and a player, so we'll do that. Right, setting up the academy. Right, there we go. We've set up Custard Tennis in the UK. Again, we can make our own academy logo, which is pretty nice. That might be something quite fun to do for the playthrough maybe. And now we've got the decision of how much money the academy is, how high profile it is. So we want it to be on start from 0, and we want a very low budget. Now, one of the really bad things about TM25 was actually when you set it up like this, it just didn't work. You could not make enough money to get it done, which was interesting. So I have tested this out, and you can see here, and this is good little bit of information here, which I don't think they've got in the previous version of the games. You can see here we've got we're making more money, getting more money in than is going out. So we do actually make money at the end of each month. So you can start to think about upgrading stuff, which is pleasing, and that does feel like we will be able to make progress. So that's how we're starting thing. We can't change this. I would love it if you could if there was sliders here and you could start with absolutely 0. That would be fun. You could also change the academy vision. We're going to go as a nationalist, so just British players. I think we've done that a few times. I think for the actual Let's Play we won't do that. And now let's create our player. Right, so we have our player, the tennis player with the best name, I have to say, Marty Fish. Yeah, you have the chance to affect his personality. So we can set up a really easy to play and deal with person, someone who wants to stay at the club, someone who's not hugely not hugely demanding, or someone who's incredibly driven and wants to leave and wants to get better. So just depends how hard you want it to be. There's also this little option here which says they can't leave the academy, which is nice, and you can set up their potential and progress. I probably would want them to be an early bloomer, if nothing else. That makes things easier for us. Again, we can sort their attributes out. I want him to be a crafty shot maker. I want him to be a little bit taller than that. Right-handed, one-handed backhand. That looks good. But if you want, you could put everything into serve. Something like that. Right, we'll set up his face. Right, there we go. We have a face there. And we can set up a photo, and again you can import your own photo, so if you want to make it look like you, we'll go with this one. And then we can set up the equipment, so we'll just get him the slightly more colourful racket. That's nice. Oh, that looks good, look at that. And we'll give him some white shoes. There we go, wristband, yellow wristband on his left, and then you can make him a bit more muscly. There we go. Right. And if we do also want to put another player in the academy, we can do that here. This is what we've set up. This is us, Roddy Munter, with our player Mardy Fish at the Custard Tennis Academy. Let's launch the career. Oh, here we go. Nice little graphic there. And we've got this lovely little opening thing from CCB Sports, not BBC Sports, telling us about Roddy Munter being appointed as manager. Very, very nice. So, before we get into the game properly, I do want to talk about the giveaway now. I didn't want to do it right at the start. I wanted to do it so people have got to actually wait for it. So I'll tell you how to enter the giveaway. So essentially, it's pretty easy. You just need to put hashtag custard tennis down in the comment. If you start your comment off with hashtag custard tennis, that will enter you into the giveaway. You can only enter one time into this giveaway. Okay, remember, hashtag custard tennis down in the comments, and that will enter you to the giveaway. And we'll run this for a week, and at the end of the week I will select somebody from randomly from the list of people who have entered, and I will send on a Steam key to you. Okay, let's get back into it. We want to talk a little bit, have a look at what is different here. We want to go on a little bit to see how the gameplay looks. We'll play in that first tournament. But let's have a look across. I think first of all, the UI does look a little bit different, just in terms of the background. But actually, when you look at it in detail, I mean, Pro Team, that's a different term up there. I can't remember what it was before, but it's essentially the same. The one difference that we've got here is this little calendar here, which tells you what Mardy Fish is going to be up to. So nothing at the minute, but all of the training, all of the matches that he's going to do will pop in there, as well as anyone else in the team. So that's a nice little way of seeing what's coming up. But everything else looks very, very similar here. And if you go across here, it all looks very similar. So let's have a quick look at training. So this again looks really, really similar to what we had before. And you can see here, you can change training in exactly the same way. So if we want to put a bit of team building in there, then we'll validate that, and then it's in there for in there for him. So one of the things I was talking about, one of the issues that we had in the last game, was that previously in TM23, the infrastructure linked really nicely with the training. So if, for example, you built a swimming pool, that would allow you to do swimming training. If you didn't have a swimming pool at your academy, you wouldn't be able to do the swimming training. So simple things like that. I really liked that link, because it meant that you'd really had to upgrade your academy in that way, the infrastructure in that way, just to kind of get access to the various types of training. So unfortunately, they got rid of that in Tennis Manager 24, and they've kind of pulled back a little bit in this Tennis Manager 25, and I want to show you what they've done, because I like it. So it's not exactly the same as it was before. You have access to all training from the start. However, for example, if you get level 1 training here, you get a form bonus of 1 in long swim and various physical exercises. If you do it again, you get another form bonus. So it improves your ability to actually do the training, which I like. So it kind of works, I think, as if you were doing that training, but you were doing the swimming training, but you were doing that at a local swimming pool. So you've got access to it, but you have to go somewhere else, rather than if it's at your academy, you're going to do it better. It's because you're right there. You're going to be able to tailor it to your own needs and not wait for this like under 7 swimming lesson to finish. So that is good. And then we've got other things that we'll see in a little bit. The other big change is the youth team. And we'll have a look at that. But so this youth part of the infrastructure links nicely into that, and you get progression bonuses for the youth. So that's good. So I'm just going to set up our calendar, and then we'll come back. So we've got some welcome emails. This one just tells you kind of what you need to actually do. You've got to develop your player, develop the academy essentially. And this is the objectives that we've got. And you can see all of these are secondary. So even if we don't do them, it's not the end of the world. So we need to recruit a player with a different status other than secondary player. So someone reasonably good. Don't know whether we'll manage that. We're certainly not going to get to level 1 of the medical centre or level 1 of the business centre. We need money to be able to do that. And we're not going to get money this quickly. And then to increase the reputation of the academy, I think all this needs overhauling to make it the objectives actually doable and make them link in to how much money you've got, because there's no way we could do this with 10 grand in the bank now, and when all the most money we can get is from these tiny little tournaments. It's just not going to work. So I'd like to see something there. Press conference, usual stuff. What made you decide to manage a tennis academy? Molding champions. It's a calling. What's your goal in coming here? To develop people who will lead the world of tennis today and in the future. That's why I'm here. How did you get Marty Fish on board? It was easy to convince him. We know each other well, and he wanted to do this. What are your investment priorities in the academy infrastructure? Training courts is probably the place we will start. Okay, so we're going to start the conversation with Marty just to determine what we're going to try and achieve this year. It's not going to be big goals this year, and you can see actually him, he's at 1.5 star. He's only got a potential of 2.5 stars, so he's really not someone who's going to go a long way. I think when we are doing this in real time, we perhaps want to have someone with high potential that we can kind of build up. But we're just going to say we want to be in the top 250. That will do. He's happy with that, so that's great. If you are going to do some training and try and change the training, you can alter it here depending on what you want to achieve. You've got to remember what your type of play is. So we're a crafty shot makers, so the training that we want to do is actually going to be around probably around agility, probably around shot making, those sort of things, and actually the ability to hit volleys, hits different types of shot. So things like slice, topspin are all going to be important to learn. So you want to sort of focus on some of those things, and perhaps also on some of the physical stuff, because we're young and not necessarily that strong. Once you've set it up, then you can just go, and then you can then see how your training has affected your player. So you can see here, this is after 2 days. We'll go through this week, and we'll come back to this screen, and I'll just show you how this changes. So you can see here the training has been really effective. We've got some really big changes in our backhand, also in our speed and underspin. We can kind of focus in on 1 or 2 of these areas and just try and get this player where we want him to get. And you've also got some information here. You can alter these to look at the progress over time, which is a useful tool. So this links really nicely with the training module. You can bring those together to just make sure that you're training the things that you want to train. Okay, one of the other things that we've got to do, because we've got a commercial manager, is we're going to get some sponsorship options. And you can see here we've got 2 offers this week, so we're going to have a look at them here. This is excellent. We've actually got a couple of things here. We've got a season bonus here. I don't know what you need for that. What that gives you at the end of the season, you'll get 8 grand. That's pretty good, but it's only a very small amount at the start. Whereas here, I mean, this one looks pretty good, doesn't it? You get 3 grand just for signing up. That feels a pretty good one. So I think we'll say yes for that. That also links into our outfit. So we potentially, if we can get in the top 150, we'll get an extra grand. And if we just participate in 20 tournaments, we're going to get 48 grand. I think we're going to wait on this one though. Right, this is one of the big changes. So we've just welcomed a new class of young players into our youth academy. These prospects were identified by our scouts and chose to join thanks to quality of our facility and academy's growing reputation. So what this tells you is that this increases the relevance of our scouts being good, because the better our scouts are, the better players will be moving into this academy. And also it means that we need to be able to develop these, so we need to have good facilities to do that. So it increases the relevance of some of the things that maybe weren't as relevant previously. So let's go and have a look at the youth team. So these are the players that we've got. This is the level that they're at. So we've got these 14-year-olds, Peter O'Brien, who's got a relatively low level, all the way up to these 3 ladies who have a reasonably high level. I don't know quite what this refers to, but I'm happy with that. We can assign a mentor, and then we can link a type of training focus to all of these. So aggressive baseliner, well, I think you probably want power for that. An all-court player, physical probably for those 2, and then an attacker, probably again power. It feels like the right thing to go for there. It'd be nice to have some more options there. I don't know how much we get to play around with this, and I know we get updates from our academy director, so that's going to be important, but I don't quite know what our level of being able to manipulate this beyond altering the infrastructure and beyond bringing in sort of good quality coaches, that sort of stuff. No idea. Oh, we've got another option here. This one is a little bit better. I think I might be tempted to go for this. We get a little bit more money here if we participate in 20 tournaments, so we'll set that up. And you can see we've already got 11 grand in the bank from our outfit sponsorship, because we got 3 guys. Why have we only got 11 grand in the bank? I'm not entirely sure why that is. Feels like we've only picked up 1,800, but we should have picked up 3,200. Don't know what's going on there. Right, this is the thing you have been waiting for. We are in Arlon, which is in Belgium. We've got this nice graphic up there. When we do the real name fix, all of these names will be improved. A lot of them will have photos. But this looks very, very similar. I think it is a very nice, a nice look. This does. It's very easy to work with. So we're going to play the first match against Eva Nunkmari, who is 419th in the world. As you can see, we can attend this match if we want to. We can decide that again here. So that's pretty good. That's another option that they've put into the game. So we've obviously never played him. He's in good form and he's a solid baseliner. Now, we didn't play around with the various tactical approaches, but we can modify these and train them up. We didn't have a look at those. We've got very tactical players, our top one, and we're going to keep that as is. We're going to try and serve out wide a little bit more because it does tend to be quite effective. But at the minute, that is all we're going to do in terms of changing things. And if we look up here, there is another option up here called Match Beats. And if we get opportunity, we'll have a look at the Match Beats option, which is a different way to view the game. It's a quick, like simulation style way to do it, but it's sort of slower processing of slower simulation, and you can sort of see the patterns of play over time using that. It will make sense if I can show you it. Right, relax. He's reassured, but let's... No, we just managed to get him reacting positively. I think, again, all of the the match talking stuff is all the same. They have, I think, improved the game engine. It looks better yet again. All this looks quite similar, which is fine. Didn't expect a huge amount here, but I think they've put more animations in. So let's get into it. As you can see, I think it looks a little bit nicer. Well, great start from Mardy Fish. He's got a potential to break the Russian in his first game. So it does end up being quite sort of, oh, that's a lovely shot down the line. What a break. And looks like he is on a break himself. 2-1 up, but this is to take it back to all on serve. Come on. Oh, that's lovely. Back to deuce. Another break to hold. Oh, it's out. It's back to back on serve again. 2-all. 3-2 and an advantage here to take it to 4-2 for the Russian. It's certainly turned around after those first couple of games where it looked really positive. In fact, he had break opportunities. Just using that. Oh, what a lovely shot there. Well, he did get it. Eventually, it's 3-all and 15-40. And here, another chance. Gone long. It's 4-3. So he's got a break again. 5-all, and it's an advantage to Mardy Fish. This would be a good one to get. He would just need to get the next service game to take the first set, which would be a really positive thing for him. And that's gone wide. 6-5. And here we go. 6-5. And he's got a couple of points on his serve. Is he going to be able to take game number one? It's a double fault, though. Not quite. Set number one, I should say. Not quite. Oh, dear me. It looked a bit confused. Back to deuce. And it is one to a tie break. Let's see who gets the advantage here. Mardy Fish with the advantage on his serve. 6-4 in the tie break. Can he do this? Oh, that's a lovely shot. That's great. He's got the first set in the bag, 7-6. What can he do in set number two? We'll leave things as they are, I think. We can have a look at the statistics. As you can see, this is what the match beats looks like. You can see it sort of shows this, but if you do it at the start of the game, you can kind of whiz through it, and it does kind of goes through this really quickly. Well, if we can see that, we will do that. But a lot of points done there. Slightly more points won from Mardy Fish. Let's do set number two. Well, not the best start here. You can see love 40 on Fish's serve. And the Russian here is putting the pressure on. Not quite enough there. Well, the Russian got a break, and now he has got a second break opportunity at 2-love. Oh, it stayed on this side of the net, and there it is. Break number 2, 3-love. And here is 5-2. 40-30 here, and this is a chance to take it 1-all. Oh, there it is. Nicely done. Right, it is 1-all, moving into set number 3. Whoever wins this will move into the next round. I think one of the things that you can really do is sort of look at the statistics, analyse how you've done, and just tweak your tactics to improve on where things went wrong. As you can see, we're getting our serves in, but we are not winning our first serve points very effectively. In fact, we're better on our second serve than our first serve. So perhaps what we need to do here is around the serve, and you can see they've changed the look of this. It looks quite different. And I think there are a couple of different options as well. Here, I don't think we had all of these options with a forehand shift, heavy topspin. Don't think we had those, but we're going to focus in on the serve, and we're going to just try and get those wider serves a little bit more powerful, just so we can maybe win those a little bit more often. Right, let's see how that works. Well, it's a good start, 30-40 on the Russian serve, and so Fish here 1-love up in set number 3, and he's got now 2-love up. Great start. Right, it's another advantage here for Fish. Can he take this? That'd be a massive start to his career if he can get a win this early on. Oh, what a shot. Really, really attacking shot. Not quite. Out with the second one. And we are 5-2 up now. Love at 40. This should be it. He's going to get his first ever victory on the main tour. Massive. If he can just... Well, it's a dreadful drop shot. And he wins through. He looks like a hobo, doesn't he? He wins through in 3 sets. 7-6, 2-6, 6-2. Interesting match it was. Right, folks. So again, motivation, that improves the well done. Now we focus on the next steps. Tomorrow's another day. Always motivates. That's what we're trying to achieve there. Right, on to match. Right, we're going to be playing Igor Navaradzidze, and the way we're going to do this is I'm going to show you the this option here, the match beats option. So I'm just going to set this up a little bit, just with some slightly wider serves, and we will hit that match beats option, and we'll see whether we can beat him. He's 434th. Right, let's dive in. Here it is, the match beats option. So this is what we get. As you can see, the reds indicate him winning, the greens indicate us winning a point. And you can see they're 3-1 up now. We've just got back to 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 4-all, 5-4, 5-5. Right, tie break. Looks like we might have the tie break. Ooh. Oh, just about 7-6. And the tie break 2-9. So we just about take that. Very solid start, and you can see we're doing well here. 5-1. Looks like we've got a straight sets victory. 7-6, 6-1. Very nice. So we've got through now to the quarterfinals. I'll show you the other option that you can do. We're going to be playing Nicholas Bake, who's 295th. So if that takes too long for you, there's even a quicker option than that. So we'll just make our changes, and I'll show you that one as well. You've seen the option of the match beats. Then here we have an option for a insta result. So let's see that. Are we going to lose this? No, Marty Fish gets his victory. 7-6, 3-6, 6-3. So we're on to the semi-finals now, playing Roberto Perez Soke. So let's do one more match beats option here, and then if we get through to the final, we'll play that properly. So let's have a look how he's going to get on. Pre-match report: topspin, footwork, his strengths, anticipation, backhand consistency. So actually what we might want to do here when we're rallying is aim at the opponent's backhand side, because he's not very consistent. So let's see how we do here with the match beats option. Remember, we are green, he is red, so it starts off even. Well, he's got a little bit of an advantage here. 2-3, 4-2. Oh, we've got... That's good. Back on level terms. 6-5, 6-all. Oh, this doesn't look great. Yeah, 7-6. So we've lost the first set poorly. We're 2-love down in the second set. 3-love down. This is not going well. 4-love. 1-4. Is there a way back in? 2-4. 5-2. 3-5. Oh, there we go. We're done. In straight sets against Roberto Perez Soke. Solid tournament, folks. A really solid tournament. And there we go. So you've seen a little bit of the match play. You've seen a little bit of the the new features, the youth team, the changes to the match engine. What do you think about that? Changes to the UI. What do you think about that? I think it looks quite smart. We also got a few other things around the infrastructure and how that kind of integrates, as well as some additional options throughout, and various other things. Let me know your thoughts on it. Is it pretty much the same game again, or do you feel it looks a little bit different? My take on this, I think it is moving in the right direction. I really like the idea of the youth team. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work practically, and I'm going to be interested to see how that works. I really like they've kind of recalibrated the finances. That's brilliant, because in 24 it seemed way off, so that looks good, and have kind of recalibrated how the infrastructure links with the finances. There seems to be more link up there, which is important, and actually bringing in the youth team has allowed much more of those infrastructure upgrades on around the youth side, around scouting as well, to make a big difference. So scouts feel more important this time round, which is cool. So that's my thoughts on this. I'd love to get your thoughts. Put those down in the comments. Remember, there is the giveaway. If you are wanting to take part in the giveaway, make sure you put hashtag custom tennis down in the comment, and tell us what you think of the game. Okay, that'll do me. If you did enjoy that, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.